Jamie, you are so fired. Huh? What is this about now, Gabe? I really don't care that you like to be all talk because you're the son of the CEO, but remember that it does not give you the right to fire me whenever you want. Nope. You have taken things so far now that even if I don't have the right to fire you, I still know that you're going to be fired over it. Huh. Is that so? I'm really sorry, Gabe, but right now I just got done talking about a very huge deal for the company, so my brain is exhausted. And pretty soon here, I actually have to go and meet with the people I'm making the deal with. So could you just forget about whatever it was that I did this time? Or at least talk to me about it tomorrow? Huh? I am the CEO's son and will be the next in line to becoming this company's CEO, and you're going to ignore me for something else now? This is a very big deal for your future company, and considering that these people I have to go and meet with soon are our customers, I think it's right of me to put them before you. Huh? Also, I'm not aware of there being any concrete evidence that you're going to become the next CEO. I think for the time being, you shouldn't say such careless things like that to others. I'm the CEO's son, which means I'm going to be the next CEO. As long as I am alive and well, not a single other person is allowed to take over this company. And if that's the case, then please only start to call yourself that after a formal announcement has been made. Now I have to relax a little bit before I go and see my customers, so I'll be going. Listen to me, Jamie! Mama! That guy Jamie, we can go ahead and fire him, right?
What? Jamie? Are you talking about Jamie from sales?
That's the one. He's being cocky towards me. He knows that my mama is the CEO of this company, and yet he never listens to me.
Oh my, oh my.
Go and fire his ass right now!
But there's just one problem with that, Gabe. In this day and age, it's not as easy as you think to just go out and fire someone without reason.
Why not?
That's just the way things are nowadays. If I'm to fire him for being a little bit impudent, then I'm going to be the one with a noose around my neck.
What? I would feel so bad for you, Mama.
Jamie has been very good at listening to me, so would you please leave him be this one time and allow me to handle him?
If that's what you want, Mama, then I'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone.
Jamie, I'm aware that at the moment you are out of the office working with some of our customers on an important deal, but I just wanted to clarify some things with you regarding my son, Gabe. After you've given this a good read, please write me up a report on how you will be more kind to my son and will no longer antagonize him. Now, my first warning to you is this. Please be careful when you begin talking to my son in such a rude and bothersome manner. Gabe is not some new employee of this company, but the CEO's son. Also, you are a lot older than he is, so please be more open to the fact that he may not know everything about the working world. If you continue to cause my son issues inside the office walls, then we are going to have to talk about this in my office. That's all I have to say to you now about that, I think. I want Gabe to become an excellent employee in this company, so please do your job as a seasoned employee and be kind to him.
Hello, Alexis. It's pretty rare for you, of all people, to be texting me instead of talking with me in person, so I was wondering what you had to say to me. But now I can see exactly what you wanted to text me about. So you, Alexis, are the kind of person who would say such things as that? This all reminds me of the way things were back in the day when your father was the CEO. I'll be coming back to the office now. Hey, Jamie, listen up. Have you been doing my job without my permission? What? And what is this about now, Gabe? The only kind of work I'm aware of that you're responsible for is inputting some data into the company system, right? Yesterday, I wasn't in the office due to it being my day off, and today I've been over at one of the offices of a customer of ours all day, and haven't had any chance to pop my head into the office there. What? So there was no way for me to be doing your job these past couple of days. But your name is all over this stuff, and after sending all of this data out to one of our customers and finding out that there are a bunch of mistakes, I was torn a new one. What? You sent that data to one of our customers? I don't think you're supposed to be handling that kind of work yet, Gabe. And by the way, this customer just so happened to be the same customer you're working with, and they are not someone I care to even try talking to anymore because they are so stupid. Honestly, they're just pissing me off. So since this seems to be the only kind of customer you are able to bring to this company's attention, I'll have you fired.
Jamie, are you enjoying the ability to pick on and bully a new employee like my son?
As far as I'm aware, I haven't been picking on or bullying your son.
Well, my son was forced to send data to one of our customers that you had worked on and purposefully made some errors in. All so that my son would be blamed by that customer for the bad work and get yelled at.
And about that, your son was the one who went through and made all those errors before choosing to send the data without my permission. That occurred while I was out of the office, and you'll be able to see that if you have a look at the timestamps on those communications.
So now you're telling me that my son has been lying to me? There is no way my Gabe has made any mistakes.
Oh, is that so? I guess this is it for me then.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm just talking about myself right now.
Jamie, why did you just get up and quit like that?
Because I wanted to quit and leave the company. There's already someone else who'll be taking my place in the company now, so for the next 2 weeks before I leave, I would like to use all of my PTO.
You had been left in charge of a very massive deal for this company worth over $5 million now, right? What do you plan to do about that whole deal before you go?
There is that deal still, isn't there? Well, I made sure to leave all of that work with someone else who happens to know our customers over at Company A very well. I'd been putting in all my effort to make sure that deal went through and that the company would be able to make a good name for itself again. But to your son, he seems to think that they're all stupid over there and that I'm to blame for creating such a dumb connection to all of them.
What?
This whole thing with your son acting like such a spoiled child and never thinking anything through has gone on long enough.
But wait, Jamie, what about the $5 million deal?
I know what you want to hear right now, Alexis. Well, the only reason they ever wanted to make that major deal with us in the first place is because I was going to be in charge of it. But now that I'll be leaving and going to join one of the company's rivals, I'll be taking that deal with me to them and making it with Company A.
You've already found another job? And with this company's rival?
I've already been talking with the CEO there for some time now, and it seems they have no issues with hiring me once my 2 weeks here are up. And then I'll be able to get back to work on that deal I had thought out.
You've only just given me your 2 weeks, and yet you already have another job lined up?
Yes.
Tell me who you're going to.
Company A.
What the hell?
Since I'll be joining the very company I had plans of making the deal with, there will no longer be a need for those talks to take place as a customer-to-customer based communication. And since they've already seen just how well I work and am able to handle such things as sales plans, I'm being placed on their project team for larger deals such as that.
Don't you feel as though you've jumped the gun a little too quickly there?
I'm only going to tell you about this now, but I've been in talks with the CEO of Company A and their son.
What? Is that right?
I had actually been asked long ago to come and work for Company A since I was good friends with the CEO's son, But due to the fact that I was still working for your company, under your father who had been taking such good care of me, I had to say no to them and end discussions there. However, the CEO I knew and loved passed away and handed the reins of the company over to you. And then without even discussing a thing to the board, you hired your son because he's family. And ever since he entered this company and the sales department, he has been hell to deal with, as he's so selfish and so childish.
He's been hell to deal with.
And then seeing as he'd always run to his mama crying about the very problems he created with me, he'd try to make you upset with me so that I'd be fired. And once you started to come to me acting like I was to blame for all your son's mistakes, I realized that the company I had once loved under your father was no more. So I began to think about my options, and the one which was most prevalent was leaving the company and going somewhere else. Around the time I started to think about that, I was invited out to lunch with Company A's CEO and his son. And during that lunch was when I got that text from you and your son saying that I was to blame for that data being sent.
What? At that time, you were with the CEO of Company A and his son?
Yes. When they had a look at all the things your son and you had sent me, they tried even harder to suggest that I join their company and leave yours. I was already thinking about leaving, and so with that, I handed in my 2 weeks to you.
No way.
I've already talked with my coworkers about this, but there's a USB and some paperwork on my desk explaining my job details for those who'll be taking over my position next. Please make sure to have them go over all the information I left them about the position. Thank you for trying to be as good of a CEO as your father, although trying might be a bit of a stretch.
Gabe, you already know about how Jamie has left the company, right?
I know, Mama. Thank God we were able to get rid of that cocky jerk. Please praise me for doing all of that to him now.
Wait, that's not what I want to say.
By the way, he came by my desk before he left and told me there was a USB and some paperwork on his desk for me to start reading through. I'm sure that whatever that idiot left behind for me means nothing to the company and us, right? So, I went and ran all those papers through the shredder and wiped all the memory on that USB before I crushed it under my foot.
What?
Mama, please praise me, please. I've done such a good job, right?
What the hell have you done?
What?
Jamie went and took that massive $5 million deal with him when he left the company, and we have nothing now.
$5 million?
Jamie was the ace of our sales department here.
Huh? That bastard was?
There were a lot of companies that wanted to do business with us as long as we kept him around and left him in charge of the sales department. But now Jamie has run off and he isn't coming back. I should have known this would happen, yet I went and let my little boy's cuteness get the best of me and let the most important asset to this company get away. I have no right remaining the CEO of this company now. I have failed at the one thing I was supposed to be good at.
Mama?
I want to know, Gabe, why were you picking Jamie as the man you wanted to be enemies with?
What? He was, because he was getting close to one of the women I liked.
One of the women you liked?
You know how in the building I'm living in, there's that cafe on the first floor? Well, there is this freaking gorgeous woman working there that I've really been into.
Are you talking about Amanda?
That's the one! I went over to take a chance with her, but before I could start flirting, Jamie came in and got in my way, which pissed me off. They then both left the place together. Actually, they tend to be together a lot at that cafe, and always go home together.
He was both guarding her from you and going home together with her? And do you know why that was?
Why?
Because Jamie is Amanda's husband.
Huh? Jamie's been married this whole time to her? But they don't even share the same last name.
Amanda's been working in that cafe forever, and I don't think she's gotten around to changing her name tag yet since she got married. But now that Jamie is left to go to Company A, I'm sure that Amanda will be following him and leaving the cafe.
What?
And as for our company, if we don't start to seriously think of some way to make a killer deal with someone, then we'll have to prepare for the worst. That being bankruptcy.
What?
I'll have to start by getting all of the management together. Ugh.
Are you serious, Mama? A few months after all of that happened, as I was settling in with Company A and the new position I had obtained there, I got news that Alexis's company went bankrupt. After I had left there, all of the customers I made for her company started to leave, one by one, and that soon led to there being nobody left for the company to work with. Alexis and her management team tried to think of different ways to save themselves, but not a single plan of theirs worked. In the end, Alexis wasn't even able to get the company bailed out of their debt and was forced to close it all down and let the bank have it. Even that wasn't enough to cover all the debt that she had and would still have to owe around $250,000, which she clearly did not have. A few months after the company went under, Company A got a resume from Gabe himself, which surprised me quite a bit when the news entered my ears. But due to the fact that the whole company knew about how Gabe was to blame for Alexis's company going under, his resume was shredded and he was told to go away. Thinking that he had been treated unfairly by Company A, Gabe came to the front lobby of the company and started to throw a fit. He began by cussing out the lady at the front desk for not letting him inside to go and see the CEO. And then he began to throw things around like pens and a lamp, causing damage to one of the walls. Security was able to get him back outside the doors of the lobby and locked him out there. But that wasn't enough to get him to leave the premises. The police were then called on him as he stood there banging on the glass doors, and he was taken away back to his mother, who ultimately took him and herself back to her parents' home. Right now they're living with Alexis's mom and have both begun working part-time jobs in order to pay off all the debt they're in and trying to make things work. As for myself, I've been putting in the work at Company A and have so far in the past 6 months made 5 major deals for the company. They have in total racked in around $10 million in total, and because of that, I've been promoted twice and am now sitting as the head manager for sales here. I've also been given 3 raises and am now making close to double what I was making over at Alexis's company before I left. I do feel bad for what ended up happening to the company I once loved working for. But with the passing of the old CEO, so passed the company that had taken such good care of me. Hey Claire, could you confirm something for me? Is it true your dad's company went under?
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to go in that direction. I just got the call about 20 minutes ago. I'm still trying to process.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks for letting me know. I heard rumors. I just wanted to make sure. In that case, I think we're done here. I want a divorce.
What? Are you serious? You're bringing this up now?
Exactly. Now's the perfect time. Your old man probably has debt up to his eyeballs, and that can only have a negative impact on you and our finances. I'm not about to stick around to get dragged into that mess.
So you're just going to cut and run the moment things get difficult? You're abandoning me when my family is at its lowest?
Oh, come off it. Spare me the teary-eyed victim routine. Your dad went bankrupt. You know what that makes you? A financial liability. When I married you, I wanted a wife, not an opportunity to do some charity work for unemployed old men.
Wow, so that's really who you are. No loyalty, no decency, just looking for the exit as soon as there's trouble.
This is real life, Claire, not some Instagram feed fantasy. Here in the real world, love doesn't pay off debt collectors, loyalty doesn't put food on the table, and decency doesn't keep the lights on.
Fine. To be honest, I'd already started thinking maybe this marriage was a mistake.
Well, look at that. Miracles do happen. We agree on something for once. Glad we can be adults about this and go our separate ways in peace.
Don't get too comfortable. This isn't just going to be a clean break for you. I'm hiring a lawyer.
Wait, what? Why? What are you talking about?
You think I didn't know? You've been cheating on me, Nathan.
That's ridiculous! I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Would it change your mind if I said the word Melissa to you? Yes, I know her name.
Uh-oh.
I know where she works, and I know where you are right now. You're at her apartment on Center Drive.
You've gotta be kidding me!
You really thought I was just some clueless, quiet wife who wouldn't find out? You were practically flaunting it.
Claire, listen, you're blowing this way out of proportion!
No, I'm not. You tried to use my father's downfall as your way out. But I'm not letting you get away with it. Not this time. Tell Melissa I said hi. She'll be hearing from my lawyer, too.
Hey, this is still Claire's number, right? It's me, Nathan. You know, your ex-husband. Just wanted to check in, see how things were going. Are you there? I'm pretty sure this is the phone number that you used before, unless you changed phones or something, but I don't think I've got the wrong number. Hello, Claire? Are you there? Come on, say something.
Seriously? 9 whole messages in a row in under 5 minutes? Do you not understand boundaries?
So it is you! Why haven't you responded up until now? It's been almost 5 years since we split!
Yeah, 5 years. That's half a decade of silence, and you break it with, "Hey girl, what's up?" What the hell is wrong with you?
I just thought maybe we could talk, you know, catch up.
I have zero interest in catching up. You had your chance to be part of my life, and you blew it. Whatever this is, don't. I'm not interested. The end. Goodbye.
Wow, Claire, really? You're seriously not coming? I even had a special seat set out for you and everything. I went out of my way to accommodate you because I was sure you'd come.
What are you talking about?
You're not serious. It's my and Melissa's wedding today. No way, don't tell me you forgot.
Oh, it was? Huh. Yeah, I guess I did kind of forget. Well, not just kinda, I completely forgot about it. Honestly, if you hadn't said anything, I probably wouldn't have remembered.
Are you kidding me right now? How could you just forget something like this? Look, it's whatever. You're running late and that's fine. Just please get over here soon, okay?
Why would I?
Weren't you paying attention just now? I planned on you being here. And I was also planning on having you give a speech. Counting on it, actually. We're each having one of our best friends give a speech on our behalf, and I need you to give one for Melissa.
You want me to give a speech for Melissa? You want me to go to the wedding of my ex-husband and his mistress and give a happy, optimistic, positive speech about you? I've never even met this woman. When we divorced, I had my lawyer handle everything from start to finish, so we've never spoken in person.
I know, but the friend of Melissa's who was supposed to give the speech got sick. She bailed on us at the last minute. What was I supposed to do?
Rather than ask the woman you betrayed to do it for you, you could have asked literally anyone else at the wedding.
I already tried that. Everyone else turned me down. I'm desperate here, Claire, and... Okay, fine. You want me to be totally honest? Okay, here it is. All cards on the table. More than half the guests at this wedding are hired actors.
Wait, you mean you actually hired people to show up and pretend to celebrate your wedding with you?
I didn't have a choice. I didn't want the place to look empty. The only real guests are a few friends and some co-workers from my job. And they don't even know how I met Melissa. They're totally out of the loop, and I'd rather keep it that way.
Yeah, I'll bet you would. You should have just held a small private ceremony. All this effort just to pretend it's something it's not? Why?
Because Melissa said she wanted to have the wedding at a big, fancy venue, and I didn't want to look like a loser. What was I supposed to do? Say no to the woman I'm pledging to spend the rest of my life with? I've got pride, too!
This is pride to you? You're at a wedding with the woman you cheated on me with, in a hall full of people pretending to be your friends and begging me to give a speech for your mistress. That's what pride looks like? Good grief, I'd hate to see what your idea of shame is. Anyway, I'm not coming.
Come on, Claire, please, you have to come!
Sorry, I've got my own plans today. Plans that I'm right in the middle of, so later.
Claire, no, wait! Can't we talk about this, please? Claire? Hey, why didn't you say anything? Keeping secrets about something that important? That's pretty cold, don't you think?
What are you talking about now? I told you I'm busy right now.
I overheard some people talking about you at the wedding. They said you're making $500,000 a year. Is that true?
What?
Yeah, I caught a bit of their conversation in passing. I was totally blown away. But you know what? It actually makes sense now.
It does? If this makes sense for you, that makes one of us.
You never really got over me, did you? All that lingering love and sadness over losing me, that's become your motivation, your drive. Your feelings for me are what pushed you to become such a success. You became this amazing woman, and it's all because of me.
Okay, I think you might have had a little too much of the open bar, Nathan.
If I'd known how well you were doing, I would have taken you back ages ago. But hey, no use dwelling on what's already happened. What matters is the present, right? I just want to say, great job. You really went all out for me, and I appreciate that. So, here's what we're gonna do. Melissa's out. You're the bride now, officially.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
That stupid little thing with Melissa, it's done! We'll act like it never happened. You and I, this is our wedding now!
Wait, you want to replace Melissa with me today? What the hell is wrong with you? Nathan, are you there?
Okay, Claire, sorry to keep you waiting. It took a little convincing and a little pushing and shoving, but I did it! I kicked Melissa out of the venue. She's gone, for good. Now it's just you and me.
Oh, God.
This is our wedding now, the way it was always meant to be. So how soon can you get here?
I'm not coming, Nathan.
Wait, what? What do you mean you're not coming?
Why are you acting shocked? Did you really think I'd go along with this insanity?
But this is it, Claire! Our second chance! I cleared the way! I made everything ready for you! Come on, just get over here, we can still make it happen!
Nathan, I'm not coming because I have my own wedding today. That's where I am right now.
What are you talking about? You're marrying someone else? Today?
Yes, we planned a small ceremony and only invited our family members. We've got no fake guests and, most importantly, no drama.
No, wait, I thought we were getting back together! Wasn't that what this was? That's why I kicked Melissa out! I told everyone you were coming, that we'd be getting married instead!
I don't know what kind of story you've told yourself, but I never said I wanted you back. But I never said I wanted you back. You made all of that up.
No, I didn't! I heard some people at the wedding talking about you! They said you're earning $500,000 a year now, and that you worked hard these past 5 years to get where you are! Now you're getting married, to me, of course, and you're finally happy!
And I thought it all made sense. You did it all for me, right? That's the only thing that makes sense.
Nathan, listen carefully. That $500,000 figure you heard, that's not my income. That's my husband's income. He runs his own company. He's a CEO.
Wait, what?
And yes, I've worked hard these past 5 years, but not because of you. I met my husband a month after you and I divorced. As I got to know him, his values, how he treats people, how he lives, I started to change too. He inspired me. He taught me that I had value, and that I didn't have to live the rest of my life as the woman you betrayed.
But everyone said...
Well, they misunderstood. That story about pushing through and finally being happy, that's what I said to my friends when my father's debts were finally cleared and I started dating my husband. That's what they were talking about.
But it sounded like you'd been bragging about your $500,000 salary!
That number came from a TV interview. The reporter interviewing my husband took a wild stab at how much he thought my husband made. We never confirmed it and never bragged about it. But of course, you heard what you wanted to hear.
So, you mean all those people were lying about you?
No, Nathan. What happened is you eavesdropped on half a conversation, filled in the blanks with wishful thinking, and created this fantasy where your ex-wife spent 5 years pining for you while climbing the corporate ladder.
Oh, hey, wait a second. I called off my wedding for you. I kicked my fiancée out of the building. I literally pushed her out the front door.
Yep, you sure did. I'm not sure what you want me to do about that, though.
Well, but this is your fault.
Oh yeah? How?
Let me think. Hold on. You must still have feelings for me somewhere. You're just pretending you don't.
I am not pretending. If you'd like some proof of that, I can send you some pictures from my real wedding, which is currently ongoing.
Okay, let me try again. You led me on. You made me think that you were still interested in me.
Wow, I did? Well, that's absolutely terrible. When did that happen?
What do you mean, when?
I mean, can you give me a single shred of evidence that I was leading you on? Even a single text message will do. Go ahead and scroll up, I'll wait.
Okay, well, maybe you didn't exactly tell me you were interested in me, but you still could have been more direct about it.
I'm pretty sure that I told you multiple times that I would never go to your stupid fake wedding to that homewrecker. And then you ran off and assaulted your own fiancé while I was still trying to understand what in the world you were talking about. So tell me, Nathan, exactly when and how did I have the opportunity to stop your delusional rampage?
I'm thinking.
Well, don't hurt yourself. Anyway, while you're trying desperately to come up with some confounded excuse for how this is really my fault, I think I'll get back to my wedding. Go ahead and message me when you come up with something, will you?
Claire, no, wait, don't go. What if I paid you?
Wow, I definitely did not see a bribe coming into this conversation. What exactly will you pay me for?
I'll pay you to marry me.
Even if I was doing this for money, you think you could pay me enough to leave a millionaire?
I don't mean marry me, just pretend to marry me.
Oh, I get it. You want me to be a paid actor, just like most of your guests at the wedding. Tell me, Nathan, do you even have any money left to pay me with?
I have some money in savings.
Do you really?
Well, it's not in my savings yet, but my parents have to have a pretty good life insurance policy. Once they die and I get my hands on their inheritance, I'll totally pay you back, I promise.
Oh, you promise? I remember something else you promised me. To honor and cherish till death do us part. Ring a bell?
That's different.
I totally agree. It's completely different. If I can't trust you to keep a promise as important as being faithful to me for life, how can I possibly trust you for a promise over pocket change?
Claire, please.
No. Now I'll leave you to sort out the catastrophic ruins of your wedding. I heard what happened after through a mutual friend. Melissa was obviously pretty furious about being pushed out of her own wedding, but she chalked it up to nerves at first. But then when she heard why he did that, oh, she was furious. The craziest thing is that even after all that, Nathan still came running to her and begged her to go through with the wedding like they planned. And the result was, well, a very visible hand-shaped red mark on Nathan's face that no amount of makeup will hide. Melissa pressed charges for assault, and Nathan got stuck with paying for the full cost of the wedding. So now he's got a criminal record and a $40,000 wedding bill to pay by himself. The colleagues he invited to the wedding obviously told all the other employees about Nathan's antics, so he instantly was the laughingstock of the office. He resigned out of shame just a few days later.